you're here as obviously part of the emergency. Where are the other guys at? What's their deal?
They're here. They're floating about.
Are you normally the spokesperson?
Yeah, I just never sound that way. You know?
Well, you're a girl amongst men, so.
Well, they just are not as conversational, I guess. You know, they're just not as you know, they just don't like to put themselves out as much as it's easy for me, you know. And I am a girl, happen to look hella fierce.
A little bit fierce. I actually know somebody in the Seattle music scene who has the biggest crush on you, where he can't even talk to you. I'm not gonna tell you.
It's so unfair you have to tell me.
I can't.
So unfair. People, please be on my side. This is so unfair. Someone's like, someone's a crush on you, and I can't tell you. No,
Yeah,
that's not fair.
I know it's not fair.
I do end up being the spokesperson for the emergency though, just because it's easiest for me. I think I'm a blabbermouth. I kind of like to talk a lot, so it's just
natural.
I'll just go on and on and on until you talk.
So when was your guys' last performance? It's just a couple weeks ago.
It was just a couple weeks ago. We did a show at Numos recently, which is so fun. We love that show. We love that place. And then coming up, we're also doing a show at Crocodile with the Heavy. And that's going to be totally ridiculous. I mean, it's going to be so great. Yeah, playing with the Super Suckers at Numos was really fun. I mean, you know, we've often been paired. We've had a lot of luck. People like to pair us with some really great bands that have been successful in the past. You know, we've played with The Go, we played with the Modi Lemon, you know, and other fantastic bands, you know.
Well, speaking of playing with The Go, that was the first time I saw the emergency.
Really?
Like 2 years ago. Went to go see The Go. It was a weeknight. They didn't at the Comet. They didn't go on until like 12:30.
I know they went on so late.
And I was like, okay, I'll watch this band. And I was like, oh my God, you were hopping from the stage to the floor to the banister. You were all over the place. I was like, that woman is amazing.
The bands that we played, yeah, but you know, I mean, we're the emergency and we always just put on the show that we put on. It doesn't matter who we're playing with or where we're playing or what the venue is, who is before us or after us. It's just like the same balls out. I mean, we're gonna give it to you, like show. It's just like,
ooh, she's gonna give it to you.
No, that's it. We're just gonna give it to you.
Well, I think that's what people like about you. You're obviously great musicians, but you're gonna get that something more. You're not gonna have someone stand up there and play the album straight through.
No, exactly. I was talking to someone about this last night, actually, and the point of being a live band for us, because we are for people who are fans of live music, it's to put on the absolute best show so that anyone who walks in the door and is paying money feels like they're getting their money's worth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want you to walk in the door and feel like, absolutely, this was worth $5, $10, $15, whatever dollars. Like, I want you to get your money's worth of a show, you know, and that's why we only play with fantastic bands. You know, fantastic local bands. If we have the chance to put together a show, we do it with the best, the cream of the crop.
Name some names.
I mean, Strong Killings, Caking Us Other Underground, I mean, just so much Champagne. There's so many good bands. Wild Orchid Children, all of the fantastic local bands, Wallpaper. There's really some really great live bands, and you know who they are because when you walk in the door and you play with those bands and you're a fan of those bands and you come in, even if you don't know who anybody is, they're gonna blow your socks off. You know,
which is the whole point of the show.
Which is the whole point of going to a show. People want to go to live shows to see great bands. You know, they don't go. It sucks when you go to a show and like, I'm only here to see the middle band, or I'm only here to see the closing band, or I'm only here to see whatever. It's like, no, I want you to come to our show to see every band. You stay in the bar the entire time, you know, and you enjoy yourself the entire time.
I want to ask you a little bit about being the only female in the lead in the emergency. Do you find a lot of that organization kind of falls upon you, or that you naturally do you step up just because to get things done?
Yeah, well, we've been 5 years strong. 5 years strong in the emergency, and really a lot of load on my shoulder because we've had so much, we just haven't had that much outside help. It's just been so self-contained. We've just been so self-contained, and I don't know if that's because we want it to be that way or what, but I mean, we would love outside help, but we're also hard people to get to know and to get to, we have our group, we have our strongholds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do a lot of the work, and my drummer Tom does a lot of the work, and Adam and Matt, my bass player and guitar player, are fantastic at writing songs and recording songs and executing fantastic sound and being excellent on stage and just being great musicians. Talent counts for so much less, I think, nowadays than it did, say, in the 50s, 60s, 70s. When a record A&R rep would be searching for that talented band, and like, who has the talent out there that's like that we're looking for and that we can market and that is going to be profitable? And I feel like my band has that, but there's no A&R reps out there they're looking for that same formula. They're looking for who looks good, who can we mold, which is not the emergency. We're not a moldable band. I mean, we are pliable as far as like within ourselves. We've tried so many different sounds. We can do whatever we want. We're not just a rock band. We just made a country psychedelic record, and it sounds amazing, and I love it, and I can't wait for it to come out and people to hear it.
Now your last record was solid, right?
The last record was solid, and right now we have a record called What's That? Some Kind of Cracker Slang, ready to be released. It's getting mastered right now. It's a country psychedelic record, and it's
country psychedelic. That's wow.
We had so many country songs that we just ended up like going to our friend Phil, who is a producer, Phil Peterson. We went to his house to record like probably 4 country songs, and it went so well that we just ended up writing like 12 songs.
Wow.
And it's a country psychedelic record. I mean, and it's a record like, what's the market for this? I don't know, but it sounds great, and the songs are amazing, and I wish someone would be interested in it, but we're a rock band. We were like, what's this? I don't know. We don't know how to. The emergency has always had the problem of you can't compartmentalize my band. We don't fit into soul, we don't fit into rock, we don't fit into punk, we don't fit into country. We just do it all, and we are who we are,
Yeah, I think that's why people like you guys.
I think that's why people like us too. It's like, something for everybody, and it's always going to be fun. Even if you don't want to buy a record, come to our show, and it's still going to be a really good time.
Okay, well, it sounds like you guys are warming up and you need to get going, so you can warm up. Thank you for taking the time for Seattle Show Gal. We really appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Thank